Imagine a world where every person you meet wears a mask of perfection. Flawless smiles, flawless lives, flawless dreams. You would think they never cry, never fail, never break. But let me tell you the truth, those masks are lies. Behind every perfect face is a storm of mistakes, regrets and scars that the world cannot see. Perfection is an illusion, and the moment you start chasing it, you start losing yourself. Today I will tell you a story, not of someone who was perfect, but of someone who was broken, flawed and full of mistakes, yet still managed to rise, to shine, and to prove that it is our imperfections that make us human. Armin's life had never been easy. From childhood, he had carried the burden of being not enough, not smart enough, not talented enough, not perfect enough. Teachers compared him, friends mocked him, even his parents measured him against others. But the day he met Mr. Zayan, everything changed. The old man, known as a failed writer, had taught him a lesson that would echo for years. Perfection is a lie. Greatness is not about being flawless, it's about rising, again and again despite your flaws. Those words had saved Armin once. But life, with all its storms, was determined to test him over and over. After finishing school, Armin chose to study literature. His father frowned at the decision. Literature won't put food on the table, he said. Why not become an engineer like Saad? But Armin was tired of living someone else's life. He wanted to follow the fire in his heart. University was a battlefield. Surrounded by brilliant students, Armin often felt small. He failed assignments, stumbled in presentations, and carried the invisible weight of being average. One night after failing yet another essay, he whispered to himself, "Why do I even try? I'll never be perfect." But then he remembered Zayan's torn notebook filled with failures, and that last line written in bold, "I am not perfect, but I am still growing." That sentence became his shield. Slowly he began to improve, not because he became flawless, but because he refused to quit. In his third year, Armin entered a national short story contest. He poured his soul into his writing, trembling with hope as he submitted it. Weeks later, the results came. Second place, the letter said. Armin's heart raced. Second place, him? The boy who once forgot his lines on stage? He showed his parents. His mother hugged him with tears in her eyes, but his father only muttered, "Second place is good, but why not first?" The words stung, but this time Armin smiled. "Because no one is perfect, Baba, and I'm okay with that." But just when things began to look brighter, life struck harder. His father fell gravely ill. The family's savings drained into hospital bills. Armin took part-time jobs, waiting tables, tutoring children, delivering packages, anything to help. He juggled work, studies, and hospital visits, often sleeping only 3 hours a night. His grades dropped. His dream of graduating with honors slipped away. One night, exhausted and broken, Armin sat outside the hospital. "Why, God?" he whispered. "Why does everything fall apart when I try so hard?" The silence gave no answer, but somewhere in his memory, Zayan's voice returned. "If you never fall, how will you learn to stand?" Armin clenched his fists. "I'll stand," he said. "I may be imperfect, but I will not give up." After graduation, Armin began writing his first book. He worked tirelessly, believing this was his chance to prove himself. But when he sent his manuscript to publishers, the rejections poured in, one after another, 15 times. Each rejection letter tore him apart. One night, after yet another email saying not suitable for publishing, he broke down. "Maybe they're right," he sobbed. "Maybe I'll never be good enough. Maybe I'm just pretending." His hands shook as he opened Zayan's old notebook. He turned to the last page. "I am not perfect, but I am still growing." With tears streaming down his face, he picked up a pen and added his own line. "Rejected 15 times, but I am still here." That sentence became his anchor. Armin decided to self-publish his book. He saved money from teaching and late-night jobs, spending every coin he had. When the book finally released online, nothing happened. Days passed. Only a few downloads. But then one day an email arrived from a young reader. "Your story saved me. I was on the edge of giving up, but your words gave me hope." "Thank you." Armin reread it over and over, tears blurring his vision. In that moment, he realized something powerful. Success wasn't about perfection or fame. It was about impact. Even if he touched just one life, it mattered. And so he kept writing. Years passed. Armin published more books. His audience grew, not millions yet, but a small, loyal community that loved his raw, imperfect honesty. But fate had one more storm waiting. His father's condition worsened. Surgery was the only hope, but it was expensive. Arman borrowed, begged, and worked himself to the bone. But it wasn't enough. His father passed away. The loss broke him. Sitting by his father's grave, he whispered, "I'm sorry, Baba. I wasn't perfect. I couldn't save you." And in the silence of the night, as the wind rustled the trees, he felt as if his father's spirit whispered back, "Son, I never wanted you to be perfect. I only wanted you to live fully." Arman wept. But in his heart, a vow was born. He would honor his father by living bravely, not perfectly. Months later, Arman was invited to give a speech at a local school. Nervous but determined, he stood before hundreds of students. He didn't give them polished words. Instead, he spoke his truth. He told them about his failures, his rejections, his sleepless nights, his father's death. The hall was silent. Some students cried. When he finished, a boy raised his hand. "Sir," the boy said, "I thought I had to be perfect to matter. But now I see, I just have to keep trying." Arman's heart swelled. He realized then that his scars had become someone else's light. Years later, Arman stood on a stage, this time in front of thousands. His books had spread worldwide. His speeches were watched by millions online. But as he looked at the crowd, he didn't pretend to be flawless. He began with the same words that had once saved him. "No one in this world is perfect. Not me, not you, not anyone. And that is the greatest truth of life. Because imperfection means growth. It means learning. It means becoming more than we were yesterday." He told them his story not as a tale of perfection, but as a journey of persistence. He ended with these words, "If a broken boy like me can rise, so can you. Not because I became perfect, but because I accepted that I never had to be." The audience rose in applause. Some cried, some smiled, but all carried home one truth engraved in their hearts. No one is perfect in life, and no one needs to be. That night, Arman sat alone beneath the stars. The same stars he had once whispered to as a lost boy. This time he smiled. "Yes," he said softly, "I can shine too." The stars twinkled back as if they agreed. And in that vast, infinite sky, the truth lived forever. Perfection is a myth. Growth is real. And imperfection is the beauty of life.